Hi guys, welcome back to Nathendo. As you see here, I have a jungle green Nintendo 64. I ordered this on eBay, and I did get this for my birthday. So, as you might be wondering, as you might see actually, I have the European region box, and that's because the person who had this did not have the original box. They lost their original box. I saw pictures of it, but I don't have pictures. They had a different. They did not have the North American box. They only had the European. They could only find the European box, and but this is. I was told that this is a North American jungle green system. So this is part of the Funtastic series for the Nintendo 64. There were 6 colors including this for the Funtastic series, which were Jungle Green, which is, I've heard, as the most common, Watermelon Red, this is the Watermelon Red, Ice Blue, Fire Orange, Grape Purple, and Smoke Black, and they're all transparent colored systems, which I really personally like about the Nintendo 64. So these are the different colors on the side of the box. So on the side, or on the front, you have the console, and you have a massive controller here. You have the logo in green, I guess, because the system's green. So on the side, as I mentioned, you have the different colors. On here, it talks about the controller. So I'm going to read this, even though you can't really see it. So, functional, intuitive control system with 10 individual buttons, and also in different languages because this is European. On here it says in English, precise steering and easy control with the 360-degree analog 3D joystick. And on here it says an input slot fits a controller pack, rumble pack, or other accessories like the transfer pack, sold separately, of course. And then you have a warning in a language that I don't really understand, even though this says attention, which I do understand in English, but I think it's also something that can mean in a different language. On the side, Nintendo 64. On the top, you have that as well. And on the back, well, this is upside down, but on the back, you have a bunch of different games, which are really iconic games. Let me read this English text here. Let me just move this back. I know you can't really see it, but I'll read it. Welcome to the future. Are you ready for the ultimate adventure in 3D? Then the Nintendo 64 will deliver it. Fantastic game worlds, orchestral soundtracks, and breathtaking special effects will keep you spellbound. The huge back catalog of fantastic games is constantly expanding with games that have set new standards such as Super Smash Bros., Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye 007, and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The N64 offers the ultimate home video game experience and 4-player compatibility straight out of the box. And then you have that in a few different languages. And then you have Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, which are both made by Rareware, as well as Donkey Kong 64. Jet Force Genme, also made by Rareware. Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros., Zelda Ocarina of Time, made by Nintendo. 1080 Snowboarding, Mario Kart 64, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Wave Race 64, and Mario Party. So this system was released in somewhere between 1999 and 2000. So these games were like most of the more popular releases at that time of games that you could get. So let's open this up. So the launch console color was just charcoal black, but in 2001, a gold system was released in North America. So you have two flaps, one here and one here. But I'm gonna open it from this side, just because I want to. So the Nintendo 64 in 2001 came with a Toys R Us exclusive gold console with two controllers. There was also a charcoal black system with a gray controller and an atomic purple controller, which looks similar to the grape purple, but it's different. It's a lighter. So you have... Let me just... Wow, this is so tangled. So you have the AC adapter here. These AC adapters were pretty big at this time. The original system was released in 1996. So you have the AV cables here. I'm just going to move that to the side. So I do not have any games for the system. So when I get a game for the system, I'm going to test it out. I'll think about testing it out on video, because I know that you can't... The only thing you can do on these systems was play games. You can't do anything else. You can only do the cartridge-based games. So you have the controller. So when you get these controllers, you want to make sure that they have a tight joystick, because as you know, by how the joystick is, it's very easy to... or it can break pretty easily, but this is a pretty tight joystick. I would give this... it's hard to tell, but I would give this like an 8 out of 10. And here's the cord, and the end of the cable is green. All controllers for the N64, this part here matches the color of the controller always. And there was also a different Toys R Us Nintendo 64 that was the Pikachu edition with, I believe it was Hey You Pikachu, that was the game that came with it. Either that or Pokemon Stadium, but there was a one bundled with Pokemon Stadium exclusively in Europe regions. I'll talk more about that later. So here's a controller, but now... Oh, what's this? Context check security sealed Nintendo 64. Designed by enthusiasts for enthusiasts. Thank you for your purchase. I'm not sure what this is, but whatever. So now we got some bubble wrap around what we all been waiting for, which is the console. So let's open this. So I got some bubble wrap. So here it is. My first time seeing a Nintendo 64 in person. So this is the jungle green. Again, I hope to get the different variations for the system, but I'm probably only going to get the North American region systems. There were some in Japan. A clear black system as the smoke black was released in Japan, and the Great Purple was released as Midnight Blue in Japan. And there were some remakes of the Ice Blue and Watermelon Red in Japan, where in Japan the Ice Blue was blue on the front and white on the back, where this here is white, and same for the red one, except red over here, white on the back, and this was white. Same for the a different clear black system called the Jusco 30th Anniversary, released in Japan only, and it's the rarest Nintendo 64. And then there was a Daiei Hawks orange/black one, and the orange is different than the fire orange, and the black on the back is different than the smoke. But those 4 I just said were Japanese exclusive. And on the North American Funtastic systems, this flap always matches the system. So let's take a look. So you have a power switch here, a reset button here, flap for, or this is where you put in your games, and a lot of Nintendo 64 consoles, I've seen that this spot over here for the cartridges looks like the jungle green texture color. It's hard to show. I'm going to try to show this as best I can, but as you can see here, it's hard to see, but I don't know how to get this on my camera. But it's hard to see, but in here, it's a jungle green color for the inside of the cartridge slot, and it's also the same on other systems. But here you have a door for the expansion, and this is the jumper pack, which I've been hearing people say that if you don't have the jumper pack in here, this wouldn't turn on. I don't know if that's true, and I do not have an expansion pack with the remover tool to remove the jumper pack right now, but I do not have any games that require that expansion pack. So on the side, you have a sticker for what you can call back in the day if you were having problems with your system. Here you have the AV cable port. Here you have the AC adapter. And on the back, you have a control deck sticker here. You have black feet. You have a serial number sticker here. And you have door for, this is where the the Japanese exclusive N64 disk drive would go. This would work on your North American system, except that disk drive was exclusive to Japan. So you have 4 controller ports on the front. Pretty basic. So there was a controller that was exclusive to Japan but will work on your North American systems. It's called the HoriPad Mini 64, made by Hori, and it was exclusive to Japan, and they improved the joystick problem, except the joystick was up here and the D-pad was here, but the buttons and stuff would all feel the same, except for the start button. And the controller's a lot smaller, and you might think it's similar. This is similar to the GameCube joystick. You might think that. So for the controller, you have a D-pad. You have a analog stick, start button, B, A, and C buttons, and L and R buttons on the back. You have the slot where you put the rumble pack, or the expansion, not the expansion pack, the controller pack, which you would use to save games, and the transfer pack, where you can use to put Game Boy games in there, and only a few games used it. And you have a Z button on the back, where on the Hori Mini Pad, the Z button was moved to both sides of, on the top here, and here above the L and R buttons. So yeah, this is the Jungle Green Nintendo 64. It's a really awesome birthday gift. So I do hope to be getting games for this. My first game that I'm hoping to get for this is either, I'm hoping to get Mario Kart 64 or Super Smash Bros. For this. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. It really helps me a lot. Hit the like button as well. Leave some. I also want you guys to leave some comments for video suggestions that you might want to see for me for Nintendo stuff. So yeah, leave comments. And hit the like button as well if you want. Subscribe because it helps me out a lot, like I said. And I'll see you later. Bye.